coming in, and that's going to be our top focus. Now, this breaking input is in connection with bulldozer action which has taken place in Haryana's Nuh. The Jamiat has knocked the Supreme Court doors against the bulldozer action, which was reportedly ordered by the Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar government on various shops and buildings and more post the Nuh violence which erupted last week. Now, the Jamiat has said that this demolition is against the law. The impleadment application has been filed by the Jamiat to implead Haryana as a party to a pending matter regarding bulldozer action in various states. Now remember, when it comes to the bulldozer action, essentially over 250 shanties have been razed by bulldozers, and those shanties were essentially occupied by suspects and illegal immigrants related to the Nuh violence. Now, to get us more, we're going to be crossing over to CNN News 18's legal correspondent, Ananya Bhatnagar. Ananya, can you tell us more about what's been filed in the Supreme Court by the Jamiat?
There is already a matter pending with regards to, all India demolition being taking place in states like Uttar Pradesh, etc. And this was a matter in which now an intervention application has been filed by the Jamiat Ulama-i-Hind. The Jamiat Ulama-i-Hind seeks to implead the state of Haryana into this after, there was some bulldozer action seen in the Nuh district after violence had broken down there. And in fact, what has been played here is that shops of innocent people and, in fact, buildings of innocent people are being burned down, being called after that riot had actually taken place at the Nuh area of in fact, the state of Haryana. And what is very, very clear to see here is that, this pattern has still continued, that, whenever there was a demolition now, in fact, another petition is coming from the Jamiat Ulama-i-Hind. And in fact, Jamiat has, in fact, requested, in fact, to the Supreme Court to actually implead all, states to actually see as some action of this kind is not taking place there. And in fact, such an action should not take place. What has also been called by the Jamiat is this action is that, this is something that is very, very contrary to the law and is against the principles of natural justice as well, that such action is being taken in the state of Nuh, in the state of Haryana's Nuh district, and also in the various parts of the country. If you remember, when in fact in Kanpur as well, similar incidents had happened, Jamiat had knocked the doors of the Supreme Court, whether we talk of Jahangirpuri, violence that had taken place, and post that how, in fact, similar petitions had come in from the Jamiat Ulama-i-Hind. So now, definitely, after the Nuh violence, again, these petitions have now come up. So how will the Supreme Court be entertaining this, whether the state of Haryana would be impleaded in this particular case or not, or whether there would be some kind of orders passed by the Supreme Court? All this is a matter of time. We'll get to know as and when the matter comes up for hearing.
Ananya, when it comes to the law and what it means when it comes to using bulldozers to take action against suspects or those accused in criminal instances, what does it state? Is a court order required?
Whenever demolition has to take place, if at all the building is illegal and if at all the authorities feel that it is illegal, there is a notice that is sent to a particular person to actually, approach a proper legal forum or to give out a legal proof as to how their structure is not illegal, and there are ample amount of documents available in order to say that, this is not something that is an illegal structure, and that's the reason why, in fact, it should not be demolished. But what the Jamiat alleges is that, whenever such kind of incidents take place, whenever there is a riot in in a particular state, there is violence in a particular state, such action is taken against the people or where from all of this is operating, and these buildings are demolished even without giving a notice. They say that these are innocent people who have their shops, who earn through it, and that's the reason why, in fact, now the Jamiat has again knocked the doors of the Supreme Court. But how all of this pans out before the topmost court of the country is something that we'll have to wait and watch for.
All right, Ananya, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us that information.